Good evening. My name is Grant Dardar, and I'm here to discuss my pest analysis that I've completed on Mexico. Mexico's location globally is a very strategic, first off, location if you are looking to do business with other surrounding countries as the United States, Belize, Honduras. I believe there's two other ones. Anyways, to do international business with other countries. They are a part of plenty of free trade agreements, bilateral treaties. They also are in NAFTA as well. And NAFTA is the combination of the United States of America, Canada, and Mexico having a free trade agreement to help stimulate the economy. Mexico, longevity of it, I would invest in it, and here's why. Mexico, they still have a lot of people living right above or at or below the poverty line, which is not a good thing. But in recent years and also in past history of Mexico, the political stability and the macroeconomic stability of the whole economy in Mexico has been on the rise, has been increasing, has been becoming better and more efficient. Mexico is designing their government to be very similar to the United States of America. They have a federal republic or federal presidential republic, as they do have elections for the president of Mexico as well as for other members of the government as well. Most of Mexico's exports, roughly 78% of it, is shipped directly to the United States of America. Now, whenever you talk about who is Mexico's main trading partners, you would definitely have to go, and the United States would be first. And they have four other countries. They have Canada, Germany, Taiwan, and China. And Canada is at about 2.5% of all of Mexico's exports. And after that, all the other countries are below 2%. So without America as Mexico trading with them, they would struggle economically, as a lot of their exports come to the United States. The main exports of Mexico would be crude petroleum, computers, computer parts, medical apparatus, vehicles, vehicle parts, and then just any mass manufacturing equipment, basically. And their imports are actually very similar to their exports as well, as they take in a bunch of crude petroleum and metal iron to make these vehicle parts and make these assembly lines and other apparatuses that they use within their field of making their vehicles and computers and whatnot. Regarding NAFTA with the United States and Mexico, it hasn't all been sunshine and rainbows for Mexico with NAFTA. Over 1.2 billion of their Mexico's farmers of corn, whenever we had subsidized American corn and shipped it to Mexico and made it way cheaper than it was to produce corn in Mexico, gave the opportunity to the consumer to have a way lower price for their corn, but that they had grown domestically. Well, cheaper price for the corn shipped from the United States, but with the level of production and efficiency and the mass amount of quantity of corn that the United States brought to Mexico, that put a lot of farmers out of business because Mexican farmers weren't able to compete with the price cut and with the amount of corn that was coming in from other farmers. Three things that could make the Mexican economy better would definitely have to be the increasing the access to finances and also the insecurity and regulatory burdens that are placed upon these people when trying to do business in Mexico. The Mexican government has become more effective in deleting crime with money and business transactions and people robbing other companies, but people at the end of the day, they're just going to take what they want regardless. In Mexico, 3 of their holidays would be the Mexican Independence Day, the Day of the Dead, and Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo is a day of rest for all Mexicans, as this commemorates a day in history where the Mexican government or army fought the Battle of Puebla I'm sorry, I can't say that. They fought this battle against this larger French army and prevailed and eventually was taken over. But on that day, after they defeated the larger army of the French, they rested, and they have that day every day, they have that day every year to commemorate the fighting spirit of the Mexican soldiers. The Day of the Dead is just a remembrance day throughout the whole year for the people that have passed in the year on, and that's also held in November every single year. And the Mexican Independence Day is whenever they received their independence from Spain and won their freedom. Long story short, I would invest in Mexico. The political stability, the enforcement that they have, they're reducing the amount of corruption within their government every single day. They've been very good partners to other countries so far, and they haven't been in a war in a while. With the U.S. economy currently going down a little bit and going into a recession, we could expect to see the Mexican economy struggle a little bit as well. But after that, whenever America's economy rebounds, that'll also be a great plus for Mexico as well. Thank you.